What's going on, and welcome back to another gear review and setup. And in this video we're going to be going over the Blue Force Gear Trauma Kit now. Now this guy's going to run you roughly around 80 bucks just for the pouch and the insert, but if you want to get the medical supplies, that's going to range from anywhere to $120 to $150 depending on the amount of medical supplies that you want. What you see here is pretty close to their advanced kit, which is going to run you 150 bucks. And then we have a few extra things like the ACE bandage, and then I also believe the hypothermia blanket or the space blanket that you can get as well. So you have a lot of options when it comes to how you can set this guy up, from keeping it very, very basic to kind of pushing the limits on what you can throw in this thing. And this is kind of going to be one of those setups where you push the limits and pack it to the point where it won't be challenging to put it inside the sleeve itself, but it will be a little bit of a fight when it comes down to it. So with that, this thing is going to come in a couple of colors as well as multicam, so you do have some options to set it up based off of your operational environment and duty position. And then you do have a couple of different options when it comes to the little medical cross insert. Right now I've got blue in there, but you can also flip it over to the black side. And then you do have other colors like red, and I believe they still have the loom tape version. And then if you want, you can always trace that insert on some other materials like IR material, as well as some reflective tape. So you do have some options when it comes to how you want to set that piece up. As far as construction goes, it's pretty simple and straightforward. You've got pretty much an entire elastic sleeve that's going to hold your med kit in place, and then you have their proprietary PVC nylon on the front here as well as on the back. It does come in two different options, whether you want to go MOLLE or the belt version, so you do have some things to pick and choose from when it comes to the overall setup and configuration. And then for the insert, it's pretty simple and straightforward. Again, it's their PVC nylon material that opens up into a little trifold, and then you have elastic webbing on two of the sections to be able to store things when it comes to medical supplies. So pretty simple when it comes to the interior. And then on the back side you have your pull tabs and then a little bit of Velcro. There's also a little bit of Velcro on the interior of this pouch to help hold this all in place. So with that, I'm just going to dive right into setting this guy up, so that way you can see how I set this up. For being kind of that micro kit, I think this is definitely one of the kits that probably tailors a little bit more towards concealed carry. I don't know that I would run this in a combat or law enforcement environment, just because you're kind of limited on the supplies that you need. So it will work. I have seen guys do it, but it's kind of just up to you. I prefer having a little bit more medical supplies when it comes down to it. So with that, I'm going to set that up to where that holds that down. So first and foremost, I like to put all of my flat items in the trifold or the panel and insert first, so then that way you have a nice flat surface to work with, and it's going to give the middle section of this a little bit of rigidity, so it's a little bit easier to put in some of the other items. So with that, I usually start with the T-Tri-C card as well as the chest seals. Now some of these medical supplies are not specifically from Blue Force Gear and how they set up their stuff. I had some extra medical supplies, so it may look a little bit different when it comes to what you would get in the packaging if you go with the advanced kit. But it is what it is. It is pretty close as far as the same components and everything. So with that, when it comes to this chest seal, I like to fold the extra edges around that T-Tri-C card. It's just going to help keep things nice and neat and in place, so that way they're not moving around on you. From here, before we get too far, I definitely like to put the nasopharyngeal and needle decompression and Sharpie inside of these loops right here. Otherwise, if you get too far, you're going to end up running into issues where you can't insert these into those loops because it's a little packed too tight later on down the road. So from here, this part does take a little bit of finesse, whether you throw the nasopharyngeal in first or kind of halfway through. These loops are just a little tight, so especially when it's new, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get some of this stuff in here. So with that, once you get it started, it usually goes in pretty easily. And then, yeah, like you can see, there it is. Just gets a little warm. So if you get to this point where it is starting to give you a little grief, you can just twist it in there, and then once you get it to come through on the other side, you just pull it the rest of the way through. There we go. So as you can see, it's a little challenging, but it will go through eventually. From there, I like to throw the Sharpie in as well on top of that nasopharyngeal. It's just kind of a good place because you have the room for it, and then the needle decompression is going to go on the other side. Try and get that as even as possible. And then we'll move on to the other section over here. You can start with really either or when it comes to the space blanket and the combat gauze. But one thing that you can do as well to make this just a little bit easier is just pack that space blanket inside of the combat gauze. So then that way you're only pushing one large piece through that elastic webbing rather than trying to fit two in separately, or two pieces in separately. From there, we'll take the combat S-rolled gauze. Put that in the center. If things shift on you a little bit, you can always just pull them back into place, refold things back underneath as needed. And then from here, I typically will just take the ace bandage and lay that on top, and then lay the gloves on top of that. From here, make sure your nasopharyngeal is out of the way. You'll fold that over, and then you'll fold your closing loop side over that. Just try and tuck this all in so that way it's nice and tight. Just like that, you have that entire med kit all set up. From here, this is where it gets a little fun. One easy way to help get all of this in here is, or at least started, is just grabbing one end and just opening up as much of this as possible, so then that way it will just slide right in, and then once you get that pull tab on the other side, you can start pulling it through. Now with that Velcro on the interior, you can see that it wants to catch. You can throw a piece of paper or cardboard in there to help with getting that pushed all the way through, but usually you can kind of just pull it all the way through. So at this point, if you have stuff sticking out like this nasopharyngeal pouch or packaging, you can just fold that into place, and that way it's out of the way. Press everything together. Try and get it to form just a little bit better shape, so then that way everything is nice and concealed and in place. So that's really it when it comes down to it. Kind of a plussed up med kit for the Blue Force Gear Micro Trauma pouch, or Micro Trauma now, and that's it. It's as simple as that. So with that, if you have any questions, please feel free and ask, and with that, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.